Next up, we have CJ.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me tonight and allowing me to speak. It's really an honor and a privilege to be here. As Jamie said, I'm CJ LoConte. I'm a Duxbury, Massachusetts native, and as like Jesse, an Army veteran as well. Um, I after graduating Duxbury High School, I went to West Point, where I graduated in 2017 as an infantry officer, and my first duty assignment was out at Fort Carson, Colorado, where I was able to lead a rifle platoon during a deployment. And during this deployment, we had four soldiers attempt suicide, and one of which I witnessed, while we were overseas. And as a 24-year-old, kid, really, over there, that was really the first time that I came face to face with the depths of despair that mental health and mental illness can bring people. Um, 6 months after getting back from deployment, we had a soldier take their own life, and I think as leaders, we really reflect the praise and often shoulder the blame, and I that hit me really hard. I began having nightmares, began losing focus on the mission, and really began uh, just becoming kind of enraged, a different person. And I did what I think many of us often do best, and just shoved it down, bottled up my emotions, and buried myself in my work. Thinking I'll get over it. I'll get past it. When I'm out, when the uniform comes off, it'll be good like that. And that just wasn't the case. I was extremely wrong in that. I not even 9 months after getting out of the military, I was on 9 different antidepressants. I was on a 10-minute medication management appointment every quarter. Um, and I was numb. I was alone and numb to the world. And 3 months into my second semester at Wharton, I was hospitalized at the Philadelphia VA with suicidal ideation. And it was actually here that a doctor told me, hey, you should really check out the research around psilocybin mushrooms. And at first I was admittedly taken aback. Psychedelics, to me, that was another world. And but I dug myself into the research, and really the credible science that we're seeing come out of Hopkins and Langone, and I was blown away. So I had to try and experience for myself, to just try, because I think when we reach out for help, when we're just constantly not given the help that we need, the help that we deserve, you start to think, maybe I'm the problem. Maybe, what's the point? What's the point of even going back and trying? And so I was on a low, last limb there, and had my experience with psilocybin mushrooms, and and just felt like a weight, had been let go, and was able to see you know, this ineffable physical representation of what I deemed to be the blame, the shame, the guilt, the bottled up emotions that I had been having since, really since I had been deployed in 2019, and really just broke down for the first time. And that complete 180 on my situation. Was able to look at myself, look at my problems, look at my loved ones through an objective lens for the first time, and finally feel worthy in my own skin. It was profound. I credit that experience with saving my life, because 7 days after, 7 days after that experience, I had another former soldier who I was very close to die by suicide. And ever since that, seeing my 180, and being in the grips of mental illness as I was, and seeing my 180, and that shook me. And ever since, I've become just want to be an advocate in any way, shape, or form I can be. Going back to the Kennedy School this year to get a public policy degree, and really, invest time and effort into studying, how we can make this work from a regulatory perspective. It's time that we heal, as a community, not just the veteran community, but I think as a whole, and I believe that, these medicines can bring that about, in a great way. So thank you very much for the time, and hope to continue pushing this mission forward with you guys.
Awesome. Thanks for sharing, CJ.